G'day everybody, Mark here. Got a little bit of a treat for you, I guess. About 3 hours ago, I just completed a 2-hour interview from via Shanghai, a podcast interview based on my work and my background and where I'm going and how I see this, see things going in regards to what's going on with mainstream and alternative medicine and whatnot, and my perspective and how my work fits into that. And as part of that interview, I was asked by Natalie, who was interviewing me, to come up with a list of maybe top 4 or 5, 6 things that I could offer the audience in regards to things that they can do without doing any testing that could really sort of have quite a big impact on their life. And it was quite funny because we prepared for this a little while ago, a few days ago. And I came up with the top 6, and then by the time we got ready for the interview today, it was the top 10. And since talking to Natalie today and having this having this interview, I've added a few more. Look, I can add a lot. You can add a lot of. There's a lot of good things you can do, and I guess what I really wanted to do here is to try and highlight some of the most important things. You know, there's so many things you can do, but what about, I'm looking for bang for buck here. Okay, so it's about what do I see from the experience of working with so many people, that if you do some of these things, or a lot of them, some of them you may already be doing, for a lot of people it can have a big impact on their health. If they're already healthy, it could really start to push their vitality into different levels. If people are struggling with their health, it's really probably quite important that you start looking at doing some of these things. You have to. They're fundamental. They're very foundational. You know, like we're all trying to build a house without first putting in a foundation, and we all know what happens if we don't have a foundation and the house starts falling down, and that's what's happening. We're trying to build health upon a shaky foundation, which is the wrong level. So I thought, you know what? I should make one up for my group, for the people that have been following me for quite a long time, and any of my friends that may be following me on my personal page, and share this stuff, because it really is, like I said, it's not just, I haven't just plucked this stuff out of the air. It's just stuff that I've learned time and time again. I'm going to quickly go through, starting from the top, and the top of every protocol that I would provide a client will always have grounding and earthing. And very quickly, we are electrical chemical beings. If you would like a PDF from this, which you'll get the links, just send me a message so I can give you a PDF so that you can actually click the links here, because I do highly recommend you look at this video. But we're electrical chemical beings essentially. We need to be grounding. We should not be insulated. We should not be living an insulated life. So that's very, very important. Sufficient hydration. Our river of life, our bloodstream, 75% water. Life is all about flow, movement. Biochemistry needs water to happen. And you know, a lot of my clients that I work with, to be honest, are struggling greatly with actually drinking enough water, and it's such a basic thing that people can do. It's such an easy thing to do. It doesn't cost any money. Hydrate, because if you don't have if your river of life starts to dry up, well, what's going to happen? Things are going to start degenerating. Start monitoring vitals. When I say monitoring vitals, and down the bottom I've got one here that relates to it. Monitoring things like urine pH, saliva pH, learning what they mean, understanding what sugar readings mean, how they affect your health, understanding what blood pressures mean, understanding what breath rates mean. These are the sorts of things that I teach when I do my training, but they're simple things that everyone can do, and it's really important that I think you need to start to be able to take back control and understand what's going on with your health. It doesn't matter, excuse me, it doesn't matter what you're doing. You really need some confidence, and I guess some feedback that you can monitor yourself to be able to tell you that you're either moving in the right direction or not, because trust me, a lot of people are moving in the wrong direction. monitoring your fasting sugar levels. This is really important. There's a lot of reasons why sugar can be bad for you, not for everybody. As blood sugar goes up, oxygen levels come down. Okay? As blood sugar levels come down, oxygen levels are going to go up. And if we think about the enemy of cancer, the enemy of viruses is oxygen. Think about oxygen that's needed for the body to be able to produce energy efficiently. It needs oxygen. If it can't get oxygen, it starts to ferment sugars within cells, and it's about 18 times less energy produced. Can you imagine? And through that process of producing a lot of lactic acid as a byproduct of that energy production, this is where we can run into problems with tumors and low oxygen in the tissues and whatnot. Okay, so monitor the sugar levels. A doctor would say over 100. Yeah, look, they probably wouldn't be too concerned. In my world, yes, it's a problem. Stay below 100. If you can get down to 80, ideally. And I guess with the sugar too. Look, there's no quicker way to feel better than to get sugar levels down if they're a problem for you, because they are a problem for you, meaning you do have high fasting sugar levels. Getting them down, and there are a number of ways you can do that, can make a big difference to how you feel very, very quickly, because all of a sudden you get more oxygen. You have more oxygen, you have more energy, you have more ability for your body to heal, because now you have more energy available for your body to do that, instead of your body struggling. And you're making it hard by keeping these high levels of sugar in your bloodstream, okay, which displaces the oxygen. Boron, or borax, for some of you in Australia, you can buy borax in the supermarket. I have got a link there. Please have a look at that link. Look, things like for bone health, I work with a lot of people that, a lot of women, 99% of my clients are female, and they're in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and they're running into problems that they really didn't have any idea about when they were younger, and it's not their fault. And one of the things they were missing out on were two things, but boron was one of them, magnesium another, for their bone health, and we start to run into osteoporosis and all those sorts of things. Okay, so please look, 6 milligrams per day, either take the boron, or I prefer to take the borax, which you will get the boron from the borax, but the borax, the process, the biochemical process that it goes through in your body, from my experience, I see more therapeutic effects, much more, by taking the borax as opposed to boron. But please look into it. And if you're 30, listening to this, please do not underestimate the gift that I'm giving you here. You will never understand, because you'll never run into the problems that a lot of people that I work with do. And they have to try, well, you can't undo a lot of this stuff. You've got to try and make it as good as you can. But, don't have the problem in the first place. Msm Organic Sulfur. This is every biological transaction in our body uses a little bit of sulfur, and most of us are deficient in sulfur, like magnesium, about 80% of us. So you can imagine when we're deficient in sulfur, something that's systemic, something that is important in everything that happens, that we can have quite a compounded effect on how we feel and how our body is able to do the job of healing. MSM is very good for opening up cell membranes, getting some oxygen into the system. It's not going to be good for everyone, but I suggest that everyone give it a try. If you have arthritis, inflammation, anything like that, skin problems, psoriasis, eczema, issues with hair falling out, problems, nails, thin nails, you name it, skin, this stuff is crazy. It's one of the most powerful mineral supplements you could possibly ever take, I promise you. But it's not for everybody. And sometimes you have to take quite a bit of it, and you have to take it slowly, because it's going to work on your liver. It also works with detoxification. Vitamin D. Of course, we all know about vitamin D. A lot of people take vitamin D supplementation. Cool, it's okay, your choice. It's not my choice. Monitor your levels. And ideally use natural sources. Cod liver oil. There's a lot of, just Google. You can find out what natural sources you can use. Just understand that when you take a vitamin D3 supplement that it's rat poison. Well, it's not totally rat poison, but it's essentially what's in rat poison. Okay? Vitamin D3, how it kills the rats is because it clogs it completely clutters its kidneys up with calcium. Okay? Of course, when we take it ourselves, it's a lot lower dose and everything, but just know it is rat poison, and it's not something I recommend people take. But you know, people are taking it, they're getting benefits from it. Okay, it doesn't mean you couldn't do other things to get more benefits. But if you do take D3, please don't take it if your pH of your urine is consistently higher than 6.4. If that's the case, there's not much that's going to come out in your urine that's going to be really alkaline, that is not going to be calcium. Where is it coming from? If you have too much calcium, you're going to start running into problems. So you don't need more vitamin D, you need to be able to get that calcium into your body. Or otherwise you're going to start running into problems with calcification. I see a lot of calcification. Bone spurs, think bone spurs. Okay, you'll be running into problems. Think breast cancer. Magnesium. So many people are not taking enough magnesium, just like MSM, just like boron. Okay, for a female, at least 600 milligrams a day. A good one, malate. I like malate. A male, 800 milligrams a day, at least. If you've ever smoked cigarettes, drunk alcohol, taken drugs, been stressed, had any trauma in your life, any stress, and you have not put an effort into building back up your magnesium levels, I promise you will be deficient. And if you are deficient, you will be vulnerable to a number of problems. Two of them, anxiety and depression, for a lot of people. Cardiovascular. Chill the body out. Magnesium is about chilling the body out. You have a body that's freaking out, it's sick, it can't heal. We've got to chill it out, and you've got to give it the magnesium. Please do not underestimate the importance of taking magnesium. Brazil nuts, simple. Grab a couple of these a day, knock them back. This is for the selenium, okay, with the Brazil nuts. Very, very important for metabolism, but also the thyroid function as well. Look, there's not many people I work with that do not have some sort of issue that isn't linked to thyroid, adrenals, and, well, you know it. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about if you're struggling with your health, and you're a female especially. Digestive enzymes. Look, if you're over 32, please don't listen to these people that say, oh, you don't take digestive enzymes for too long because your body gets used to it. And then they won't, your body won't produce it anymore. I can promise you that at the age 32, our body's ability to be able to produce these enzymes start to drop off rapidly. It's natural. Why it's natural? I have no idea. Maybe we're only meant to live until we're 40, but this is one of the reasons why we get sick in our 40s and 50s, is because we failed to acknowledge and understand that we should have started to top up our ability to be able to, for our enzymes, so that we can, not just the digestive enzymes, but our body's ability to be able to choose all enzymes for all life to happen. If we didn't have enzymes, we wouldn't have life. But digestive enzymes is one of the best things you can do if you're over 32. 3 to 4, 2 to 3 cups with each meal. Do it, it can be life-changing. Stomach acid. There's not many issues that I deal with, and I've dealt with about 10,000 people that I can't trace back to low stomach acid. One of them is parasites, because stomach acid is our first line of defense for our body. And I can trace back many cancers to low stomach acid for a number of reasons. Okay, if we're in our 30s in our 40s and our 50s and our 60s, the chances are, and especially if we're struggling with our thyroid, the odds are we're also struggling with our stomach acid. Okay, look into it, Google it. If you're burping and bloating especially, you will be low. And if you're low in stomach acid, it's not just about digestion. It's about the whole chemistry of digestion. It's about the whole assimilation of the minerals that you actually liberate from the food that you're eating. It's not just about breaking it down. It's about the chemistry required between the stomach acid, the very alkaline bile and pancreatic enzymes, and bicarb that comes from the, it's this mix. Okay, ionic mineral drops. If you're struggling with your health, even if you're not, every now and then, look, get some of these minerals into you. They are ionic, which means they're charged. They're electrically charged because we bring minerals into our body through electromagnetic charges. Everything happens in our body through electromagnetic charges. Bringing minerals into our body is no different. Minerals just don't drop into our body. We attract them. And pH has a massive impact on that ability. But look, if you're struggling with your health, just do it. Do it for a while. You'll get more minerals than you will by taking powders or capsules. Don't focus on alkalizing. Look, this is a big one. I'm going to do some talks on this. I do a lot of talks on my group with this. But an over-alkaline bloodstream will kill you as quickly as an over-acid bloodstream. At the end of the day, you don't have any direct impact on it anyway. You think you don't. And if you focus too much on alkalizing, you risk really messing your chemistry up, messing your digestion up. And I truly believe we have a over-alkalinity epidemic, not an over-acidity epidemic. I've seen 2 or 3 people in 10 years with metabolic acidosis. It doesn't happen, it's a myth. Please watch the video, John Bergman, How to Eliminate Adrenal Fatigue and a Healthy Thyroid. If you're a female over 40, 50, watch this. It's brilliant. This guy is just a gem. A lot of my work comes from this guy. When I did my training years ago, just watch it. It's brilliant. Be consistent with whatever you do. Okay, you cannot expect consistent output if you don't put consistent input. Okay, I work with so many people that are all over the place with what they're doing, their protocol, their supplements. And is it any wonder that the body has no idea what the hell's going on? Be consistent and have patience. Okay, learn what total body pH means. I talk about this a lot. Join my group if you're not already on there. Search for it, because this is all about your body's ability to be able to uptake minerals. Okay, it's the elephant in the living room with a lot of people, I can tell you, but I can't explain it all here. I guess most importantly, start learning about your body and start learning how to interpret some of the things that are going on. I talk about this a lot. I do training programs a lot on this as well. As many of you know, I'm starting a biohacking training program soon. But you've got to start doing this. You've got to start understanding and being able to start to isolate the blueprint to your health and how you feel good and what works for you and what doesn't. There are many markers that will tell you that, and you start to track them, you start to learn about them, and then it becomes just a game of chasing the numbers instead of symptoms, which is very subjective. Okay, so you know, get into it, start learning about it, it's important. Okay, that's about it. I just thought, you know, it's a very, very cold Hanoi evening, I'm freezing cold, but I'm feeling quite pumped after my interview with Natalie, so I'll have that out, by the way, tomorrow. You can have a listen to it. It's interesting, it really is. But apart from that, look, if, you know, I know a lot of you would like to do my testing, and some of you kind of, you know, everyone's struggling, so I just wanted to do my best to get something out there that can start helping you move forward without you having to, you know, and put the money where it really needs to go, and that's on some of these minerals and supplements. Okay, guys, thanks for listening. I look forward to having another chat soon with some more of these videos. I think it's time to get more out there. Okay, bye-bye.